A sweet-looking girl asked him to help unclog the drain, but he completely ignored her. Because with the friendly scanner in his hand, he could see anyone's basic information clearly. Privacy score, 28? Sorry, I'm not here to be a janitor. His supercar roared off into the distance. Chun Liqui glared furiously at his fading figure, waves surging in his heart. Who the hell is this guy? How does he know my past so well? Just then, a professional plumber happened to walk by. Miss, I've been unclogging pipes for 30 years. If that handsome guy won't do it, I will. Yet just a day earlier, he had been a penniless nobody. When he opened his eyes again, he somehow found himself reborn in a hotel bed. Right after, he received a system notification. The battle was raging, system activation in progress. The dream come true Tycoon System granted him money every single second, along with 5 critical cashback cards and 1 friendly scanner. Afterwards, he casually tested the friendly scanner on Yu Xiao. The results showed her friendliness at 60, with privacy at just 1. In other words, out of her 93 beauty score, that single one belonged to him. Yet last night at the bar was the very first time he had met Yu Xiao. Definitely not love at first sight. Thinking of this, he let out a sigh. Just then, Yu Xiao woke up, but she quickly adjusted and teased, sighing, bitter smiles, shaking her head. You're exactly the same as when you were drinking. What a ladiesman. Born with a holy body, huh? Hearing that, he couldn't hold back anymore and immediately took the initiative. With a grin, he said, Miss, I'm not reminiscing about the past. I'm just wondering why I didn't meet you sooner. If you don't believe me, touch and see. Unexpectedly, the system notification popped up right then. Due to excessive speed, you've earned 2 rewards. He froze for barely a second before instantly realizing the skill's effect. With the system's boost, he quickly gained the upper hand. At that moment, Yu Xiao's cheeks turned red. She whispered, This kiss, it feels completely different from before. His competitive spirit flared instantly. Of course, it's different that a real kiss has only just begun. When he shifted positions, Yu Xiao immediately begged for mercy and surrendered. The next morning, he stretched lazily, only to find that aside from a pile of gold coins, Yu Xiao was gone. She had left just a note. Thanks for the treat. Last night's supper was great. Here's your payment. He had not only gained his first experience, but also made a fortune. Though it was a pity she hadn't left her contact info. Still, with the system rewarding him 5 critical cashback card worth 10, 50x, and a brand new sports car, he wasn't exactly at a loss. From then on, his mind was consumed with one thought: how to use those 5 cards to maximize his returns. Since I've been reborn with a cheat system, I won't waste it. This life, I'll become a tycoon known across the world. There was still time before some major companies would rise. It was the perfect chance to buy their early shares, if only he could gather enough startup capital. A single cashback card had a max limit of 1 million. Using it to buy real estate was clearly the best move. But when a manager saw that the one stepping out of the car was just a young kid, he immediately shoved him off to the rookie clerk, Xiao. He watched as Xiao fumbled with the introductions for several minutes without finishing. So he cut in directly. Find me 5 properties that are easy to rent out in bare-bones shells. Basic or fully furnished is fine. Each one should be under 1 million. Though talking with the rookie was a bit slow, her sincerity and lack of sales tricks actually made him feel more at ease. He couldn't help but pull out the friendly scanner to check her details. Age, 19 beauty, 90 privacy, 0 friendliness, 50. Looks like she skipped college and went straight to work. Life's not easy. The houses she picked were mostly between 800,000 and 1 million. But he simply pointed to a few others priced over 1 million. If you can negotiate these 5 down to 1 million each, I'll pay in full for all of them. Xiao was stunned on her very first day. She had never seen such a decisive customer. He urged her on, go ask quickly. And after the purchase, I want you to handle the rentals too. Xiao's eyes lit up instantly. Buying and renting 5 properties at once meant a huge commission. Sir, please wait a moment. I'll make sure to get you the deal. At that moment, the manager eavesdropping outside wanted to slap himself silly. Never judged by appearances, he had just let a massive client slip away. An hour later, Xiao Xia returned with her supervisor. Sir, here's the transfer contract. Please take a look. He signed without hesitation. I trust Xiao Xia. Next time I buy, I'll contact her directly. Hearing his words of trust, Xiao Xia was overwhelmed with excitement. With a 2% commission, even after the company's cut, she'd pocket 40 to 50,000. And he said next time, just what kind of tycoon was this man? At the same time, he received a system alert. Primary critical card used successfully. To his shock, it triggered 3 separate 50x critical hits. Thank goodness he had insisted on the 1 million price point. Otherwise, he'd have lost big time. Right after, another system notification popped up. System upgraded. For every second the host exists in this world, 0.8 yuan will be generated automatically. Xiao Xia really was his lucky star. In just that short span, he had earned 2.3 billion plus a steady 70,000 in daily income. This cheat-like life was nothing like his past one. Since fate had given him this chance, he would live recklessly rich in Jiangqing. Yet the supervisor completely misread the look in his eyes and hinted for Xiao Xia to join him for dinner that evening. At that moment, Xiao Xia felt conflicted inside. She was almost daydreaming to the point of picking out baby names. When he walked over, she grew flustered and stammered. Mr. Jiang, see, could we maybe just get to know each other first today? But he pulled out his phone and said, what's all this about not today or getting to know each other? Stop talking nonsense. Give me your bank account number. I'll transfer you money. Xiao Xia's eyes widened. Huh? Transfer? Transfer what? Why would you send me money? Because you're my lucky star today that I have to thank you, and I hope we'll meet again in the future. Mr. Jiang, what on earth are you talking about? I don't understand a word. A few minutes later, her phone chimed. Ding! A 350,000 transfer had just landed in her account. Instantly, Xiao Xia's favorability shot up to 85. Xiao Xia cleverly used the excuse of treating him to dinner to get his number. She even recalled the time she was taking her driver's license test. And if getting licensed again is what it takes for him, maybe that wouldn't be such a bad idea either. While she was still lost in her happy thoughts, she didn't notice that Jiang Cheng had already left. By the time she ran outside, he was long gone. Having never experienced romance before, she suddenly felt an emptiness in her chest. Meanwhile, Jiang Cheng had just returned home, only to be nagged by his parents about travel plans. Since he had applied to Magic City University, he figured he might as well check out the campus first. But in the rush of booking, he only managed to get an economy class seat. By pure coincidence, his seatmate turned out to be none other than his high school goddess, Zhou Ying. What a coincidence! Jiang Cheng hadn't expected to meet her here. Without hesitation, he said, "Come sit with me." Just then, a nerdy guy with glasses squeezed in. "Sweet lady, my seat's here too. What an honor to travel with you." Clearly, Zhou Ying wasn't interested in him at all. I immediately swapped seats so she could sit by the window. The four eyes frowned. "Bro, her seat should be in the middle, right? You can't just swap seats on a plane." "I'm with her." "Oh, I need to file a report with you about where we sit." Ignoring me, the guy leaned forward and tried to chat up Zhou Ying. "So, beauty, what brings you to Magic City?" "Work, more or less." "Jiang Cheng, what about you?" "Tourism, just taking it easy at home, so I figure I go travel." "Oh, traveling, huh? Nice." Zhou Ying chose to ignore the glasses guy entirely. The moment he heard travel, the four eyes jumped in. "I repeated a year and just graduated. I'm heading to Magic City for tourism too. But let me give you a tip. Gorgeous, I've been to Magic City several times. That place is full of traps, especially the hotels. Total disaster zone. Luckily, I've got a great spot. My dad arranged everything. Someone's even picking me up later. I can give you both a ride. Taxis, they're ridiculously expensive." Seeing Zhou Ying's growing impatience, Jiang Cheng cut him off. "I booked a hotel that has an airport pick dash up, and no need to trouble you. She's with me." "Really? Which hotel did you book?" Jiang Cheng casually replied, "Aman Yangyun." "What? You mean Aman Yangyun, the ultra-luxury hotel that cost 3.3 billion to build, blending ancient relics from Shijiang village into one estate. But I've stayed there before. The Ming Pavilion rooms cost over 9,000 a night, and they didn't include an airport pickup. I wouldn't know about that I booked a courtyard villa. The Four Eyes' face twisted with disbelief. No way, you're bluffing. Zhou finally spoke up. A courtyard villa? 80,000 a night? Jiang Chung, I didn't expect you to be a rich second gen. Come on, as if you weren't one yourself. Back in school, Zhou had been more than just the campus beauty. She was a well-known heiress across the entire city, always chauffeured by luxury cars. The so-called pride of heaven, Zhou was the kind of girl whose gaze could make any boy shrink with inferiority. Almost no one dared to pursue her, yet she was never arrogant, always quiet and studious. At the time, Jiang Cheng's heart had been tied up with Zhao Jia, so he hadn't paid her much attention, but he only heard that in her second year, something happened to her family, and from then on she walked to school. Now Zhou Ying let out a sigh and shook her head. I don't count as a rich second gen anymore. Jiang Cheng instantly realized he had said the wrong thing. He quickly switched topics, bringing up funny memories from their school days. Soon, they were laughing together nonstop. Jiang Cheng finally breathed a sigh of relief. The awkwardness had been smoothed over. Just to be safe, Jiang Cheng pulled out the friendly scanner to his surprise. Zhou Ying, with beauty 96 and privacy 0, showed a friendliness score of 75 toward him. He remembered that the average between classmates was only around 65. Could it be that Zhou Ying had secretly paid attention to him back in school? A little while later, he and Zhou Ying disembarked from the plane together. Sure enough, the courtyard villa's private butler was already waiting at arrivals with a sign in hand. Zhou Ying then explained she'd be staying at a friend's place, telling him not to worry. She'd just grab a taxi herself. But Jiang Cheng wasn't having it. We're old classmates, meeting again after so long. Get in the car and I'll have Manager Wang drop you off. Meanwhile, the bespectacled stalker who had been tailing them since landing muttered to himself. No way this Jiang Cheng has good intentions. He's got to be trying to drug her or something. I need to save her. If I rescue the beauty, she might even give herself to me tonight. 25 minutes later, Jiang Cheng really did nothing more than drop Zhou Ying off at the exact address she gave. Before leaving, she handed him her number. Thank you so much today, Jiang Cheng. Dinner's on me next time. The Four Eyes hiding in a nearby car was dumbfounded. That's it. He actually just let her go. Damn it, my chance for a romantic night with a goddess is gone. Half an hour later, Jiang Cheng returned to the villa, secretly marveling. Perfect choice. Staying at Amanyan was worth every penny. Mr. Jiang, the bath is ready. You may enjoy it now. Suddenly, Manager Wang stepped behind him and began unbuttoning his shirt. The unexpected move startled him. Whoa, this kind of service too? Helping you undress is part of the package, but you'll need to change your underwear yourself. Back scrubbing is included as well, though bathing you is not, Mr. Jiang. At that moment, Jiang Cheng couldn't help but think, damn, this feels great. And looking closer, Manager Wang isn't bad either. If only there were special services. Mr. Jiang, it's only because I feel a connection with you that I can do this. Just as Jiang Cheng's thoughts were drifting, Manager Wang asked suddenly, Mr. Jiang, your body feels hot'd. Is the water temperature too high? Jiang Cheng pressed his lips together, saying nothing, while cursing himself inside for letting his imagination run wild. As the 5-minute scrub neared its end, Manager Wang added, Mr. Jiang, tonight we're hosting a banquet. Hey, the super VIP guest, you're invited. Would you be interested? What's the theme? Any dress code? It's a private event hosted by our platinum clients, mainly a jewelry auction, and strict dress requirements. Led by Manager Wang, Jiang Cheng soon entered the banquet hall. This is our titanium card guest from the courtyard villa, Mr. Jiang Cheng. Then Manager Wang excused himself. Mr. Jiang, I wish you an enjoyable evening. The auction was already underway, the atmosphere buzzing with excitement. At that moment, a watch was on the block. The auctioneer introduced, this piece comes from top collector MS.AN, the Richard Mille RM056, but though still a relatively young brand. In just over a decade, it has risen to rival Patek Philippe among the world's elite. This is a global limited edition. Only 10 pieces exist. Starting bid, 15 million. Each raise must be no less than 500,000. With the introduction complete, the auctioneer declared the bidding open. Jiang Cheng's eyes lit up. Only 15 million. In just 3 to 5 years, this will fetch over 25 million on the secondary market. That's an easy 10 million profit. Only a fool would pass this up. But just as he confidently placed his bid, paddle number 8 kept following and pushing the price up. In the end, he secured it at 18 million. The crowd whispered among themselves, "Who's number 35? So aggressive." Though deep down, many sneered, "What an idiot. With 18 million, you could buy 2 Patek Philippe's and rotate them. Isn't that smarter?" Yet his bold move caught the attention of 2 of Magic City's top second-generation elites, who tossed him a friendly olive branch. One of them, Chin Fun, said with a smile, "Actually, paddle number 8 was bidding on my behalf." "Jiang, you seemed really into that watch. Are you an expert collector?" Jiang Cheng chuckled. "Not really. Never bought one before. This is my first time, just for the novelty." Jiang Cheng's words only piqued their curiosity further. "First purchase and you drop 18 million? Impressive. Normally, I know someone like you, but you look unfamiliar. I just arrived in Magic City yesterday, here for university." "Wait, you're only 18. That makes it even crazier. When I was 18, I wouldn't have dared to pull a move like that." Chin Fun's admiration for Jiang Cheng grew even stronger. "Brother Jiang, let's hang out sometime. I'll take my leave for now." Ding! Another system notification popped up. His system had leveled up to 7. Now, for every second he existed in this world, he earned 1 yuan. His monthly income skyrocketed to 2.59 million, meaning his annual salary had surpassed 30 million. For an ordinary person, that was a fortune they could never finish spending in a lifetime. But for Jiang Cheng, it wasn't even close to enough. His ambitions were far greater. Just then, out of the corner of his eye, he spotted someone, none other than the girl from that night, Yu Xiao. Yu Xiao recognized him instantly as well. "You brat, I thought you were just a broke student at 18. That's why I looked out for you. Who knew you were actually a rich second gen?" Faced with Yu Xiao's provocation, Jiang Cheng refused to lose momentum. "Yeah, I'm a student, and now I could use your care again, so the auction's about over. I've booked a courtyard villa here. Want to come with me?" "Sure, I've had enough to drink anyway, but you'd better put in more effort than last time." Just then, a long-haired man rushed over and yanked Yu Xiao back. "Yu Xiao, stop right there. What do you think you're doing? Don't forget, I'm your fiancé. Zhang Yu, have you no shame? You slept with my best friend and still want to marry me. Are you insane? Doesn't matter what you say. The engagement banquet is already done. Since we're engaged, you'll marry me whether you like it or not." "Disgusting. You don't even like me, that you're just clinging to me as cover while you hook up with all your messy flings outside, aren't you?" At that moment, the system dropped a mission. Option 1. Walk away. Reward: a ninja turtle cosplay, suit in 250 cash. Option 2. Slap Zhang Yu twice. Reward: 3x physical enhancement and a bad luck card. Was that even a choice? Who the hell would pick the turtle suit? Besides, the triple strength boost applied to every part of his body. Without hesitation, Jiang Cheng charged forward and unleashed a storm of slaps, left and right. As he struck, he declared, "What I despise most in this life are scumbags like you who poison the world around them." Yu Xiao's friendliness score kept climbing, soon hitting 70. A group of security guards rushed over. Zhang Yu shouted for them to arrest Jiang Cheng, but the guards hesitated. Everyone at this private auction was wealthy or powerful, and they couldn't afford to offend anyone. "Don't worry, Jiang Cheng, I'll say he was harassing me, and you only stepped in to protect me." Jiang Cheng hadn't expected Yu Xiao to defend him like this. Struggling to his feet, Zhang Yu snarled, "This hotel has cameras everywhere. I'll pull the footage. Anyone who dares mess with me is finished." Just then, before the commotion even died down, a man suddenly burst inside wielding a weapon. "That slut of mine is in here fooling around. You told me client confidentiality means I can't come in? Here's the deal. Either drag those cheating bastards out, or I'll cut everyone in this room to pieces." Staring at the weapon inches away, Zhang Yu panicked and begged, "Spare me, brother." But a second later, he realized begging wouldn't save him. His best chance was to help out S.O. He shouted to the others inside. "What are you all standing around for? Go find them. Bring out the people he wants." Then Jiang Cheng's system mission popped up again. Option 1. Grab Yu Xiao and run. Reward. 300 cash. Option 2. Step in as a hero. Reward. Plus 5 charisma and a milking mastery skill. He really didn't want to risk his life for scum like Zhang Yu, but for that skill, he had no choice. Luckily, the system had just given him something perfect for the situation. With a tap, Jiang Cheng activated the triple enhancement card, and energy surged through his body in an instant. He could feel it, raw power coursing through every part of him. Right now, he was certain a single punch from him could take down a bull. In the blink of an eye, he moved faster than the thug could react, sending the man flying 3 meters with one strike. The entire hall froze, stunned, speechless. Even Yu Xiao was dumbfounded. He wasn't just a rich kid. He was a powerhouse. What kind of insane plot twist was this? With just one punch, Jiang Cheng floored a criminal and shocked every elite in the room. After the criminal was taken away, Jiang Cheng should have been hailed as a hero. But instead, Zhang Yu turned on him, accusing him of having violent tendencies. The enforcers immediately began questioning the crowd to verify the claim. Yu Xiao quickly defended him. "That's not true. Zhang Yu was trying to trick me into marriage." As she explained the whole story, her friendliness score soared to 90. It was clear she had truly fallen for him. Jiang Cheng gently comforted her, urging her to let go of the pain from her past. Just as the misunderstanding was about to clear up, Zhang Yu cut in again. "This place has cameras. I demand the footage. Then the truth will come out." Jiang Cheng sneered. "You hurt Xiao, showed no remorse, and now you want to hide behind surveillance footage? Perfect. Let's use you as the test subject for my brand new bad luck card." The moment the bad luck card took effect, Zhang Yu got a call. Someone had just emptied 200,000 from his account. Before he could even hang up, a hotel staff member rushed over. "Sir, is your license plate ending in 3838? A car just hit a tree, it fell, and crushed your vehicle. That IT looks pretty bad." Without a word, Zhang Yu bolted for the exit point. One of the enforcers shouted, "Sir, weren't you asking for the surveillance footage?" Zhang Yu barked back, "I don't have time for these trivial matters. Leave me alone. Let's go." With the trouble solved, Jiang Cheng took Yu Xiao's hand and led her back to his villa. Once inside, Yu Xiao grew worried and insisted on checking him for injuries. But Jiang Cheng knew there was no way trash like Zhang Yu could have hurt him. Still, Yu Xiao refused to drop it, determined to give him a full examination. During this, she brought up her so-called fiancé, an arrangement made by her grandfather on his deathbed, something she couldn't refuse. Yet Zhang Yu had betrayed her, cheating with her own best friend. Nervously, she asked Jiang Cheng if he would mind. She admitted her only wish now was to keep things as they were, because he was the first man she had ever truly liked. Jiang Cheng, of course, didn't mind at all, for Yu Xiao was also the first woman he had ever truly fallen for. The next day, 2 housekeepers came to his room, whispering to each other with admiration as they cleaned. By then, Jiang Cheng was already seated in a restaurant with Yu Xiao. Scrolling his phone, he spotted Li Sudong showing off his coming-of-age ceremony gift on social media. An idea popped into his head. He turned to Yu Xiao and asked, "Can I borrow your legs for a photo? I want to celebrate my 18th coming-of-age day." "Today's your birthday?" "No, but everyone's been posting their gifts online. I figured I'd post something too. I don't have luxury watches or cars. So how about your legs?" Since it was him asking, Yu Xiao didn't even hesitate before agreeing. Jiang Cheng grinned inwardly. "I may not have a flashy car or designer watch, but my speed's nothing to scoff at." Soon after, he uploaded the edited photo to his feed. The reactions were instant. Suddenly, expensive watches and sports cars didn't seem nearly as appealing. After parting ways with Yu Xiao post-lunch, Jiang Cheng headed straight to a nearby Ferrari dealership. While the sales rep was introducing the car, Jiang Chung happened to spot Su Wan, known in his past life as the superstar nicknamed Big Bull Wan. But right now, she clearly hadn't made it big yet. She was still hustling for investors. It was obvious she was uncomfortable with the terms that Mr. Huang was pressing on her. After being rejected several times, Mr. Huang's temper began to flare. "You're just a small-time actress. Don't know what's good for you. Either agree to my terms, or this investment is off that you'll be shelved and forgotten in no time." Even so, Su Wan stood firm. "I will never give in." At that moment, while Jiang Chung was casually spectating, his system suddenly triggered a special mission. Mission. Signed Su Wan. If he rescued her afterward, he would receive a special reward. Checking the details, he realized the condition. He had to sign her first, then step in to help to unlock the reward. But before that, he needed to prove his strength and earn her trust. He deliberately raised his voice to the salesperson. "Tell me, buying a LaFerrari comes with requirements, right? Don't you need not just proof of funds, but also proof of owning 5 other models beforehand?" The salesperson hesitated for a few seconds before saying, "Actually, we do have some delayed orders. If your down payment is high enough, buying a LaFerrari wouldn't be impossible." Jiang Cheng's eyes lit up instantly. He agreed on the spot. Money was nothing to him now. Completing the mission was what really mattered. Mr. Huang, seeing how young he looked, curled his lip. "I'll believe it when I see it. Which spoiled brat are you supposed to be, acting this arrogant?" Sure enough, Su Wan's attention was drawn toward their conversation. The salesperson was stunned. Even a big boss like Mr. Huang had to think twice about a 3 million yuan car. Yet this young man wanted to pay full for a LaFerrari? He asked again, just to confirm. "Sir, with customization, the bare car price will be 40 to 50 million. Are you absolutely sure?" Jiang Chung nodded. "Of course I know. Just call your manager over." A few minutes later, the manager arrived, and with him came none other than Qin Fun, the #1 rich heir of Shanghai. Hearing someone was buying a LaFerrari outright, he'd come to see for himself. His surprise, it was Jiang Chung. "Brother, we meet again." Jiang Chung shrugged. "I just got to Shanghai. Didn't feel right without a car, so I figure I'd casually pick one up." Qin Fun laughed. "Casually? You call this casual? Even for guys like us, we don't get this much allowance every month." Qin Fun then pointed at the watch on Jiang Cheng's wrist and said to the manager with a grin, "Old Wang, you're in luck today. You're about to land a huge deal. See that watch? He bought it just yesterday at the auction for 18 million. Hearing that, Old Wang waved off the idea of verification. "Brother, forget the tedious checks. I'll skip the paperwork for you that we can start registration right now, no problem." Standing nearby, Su Wan was already stunned. 200 million on a watch, 50 million on a car. He was the most extravagant heir she'd ever seen. Normal rich heirs only got allowances in the tens or hundreds of thousands each month, maybe worth a few million total, but spending like this in one go, Jiang Cheng's net worth had to be well over 100 million. Meanwhile, Mr. Huang sensed things weren't going his way. While pretending to push for payment, he was already planning his exit. Before leaving, he tried to drag Su Wan along. "Xiao Wan, I'm suddenly not in the mood to buy a car. Come have a drink with me. If you keep me happy, the investment won't be a problem." But Su Wan, always one to hold her ground, refused him flatly. Huang's face darkened as he stormed off. "So self-righteous? Fine, then wait to be shelved." Just then, Jiang Chung stopped Su Wan as she turned to leave. "Miss Su, since your deal with Mr. Huang fell apart, how about I invest in you instead?" Su Wan froze in shock. The strength Jiang Chung had just displayed was far beyond Huang's, and if she couldn't secure investment soon, her company really might shelve her. "That would be wonderful, Mr. Jiang, if it's convenient for you. Let's exchange cards and talk more tomorrow, shall we?" It worked out perfectly. Jiang Chung already had dinner plans with Yu Xiao that night. Jiang Chung then asked how soon he could get the car. The manager told him the fastest would still take a year. Hearing that, Jiang Chung felt the wait was far too long. Qin Fun stepped in with a smile. "In 2 days, there's a car show at the Bund. Lamborghini, Porsche, every brand you can think of. They even allow same-day delivery. Want to check it out together? Jiang Chung agreed without hesitation. That evening, at a popular restaurant, Jiang Chung walked through the door. Yu Xiao, now dressed in a sweet, elegant outfit, waved him over. She pulled him toward the table. The crab roe rice here is amazing. You got to try it later. The table was full of dishes that could make anyone's mouth water. But Jiang Chung slipped an arm around Yu Xiao. This food won't be nearly enough to satisfy me. Yu Xiao blushed, knowing exactly what he meant. Good little brother, then make sure you let your big sister rest a few more hours tonight. Suddenly, Jiang Chung remembered Yu Xiao also worked in a talent agency, so he asked if she knew Su-won. Turns out, she really was under their company. Jiang Chung then recounted what had happened earlier at the dealership, adding that while the company didn't value her yet, Su-won clearly had the looks and potential to rise. Yu Xiao paused, an idea flashing in her eyes. Jiang Chung, if you like her, I can help you to AS for me. I won't mind. He gently ruffled Yu Xiao's hair. Silly girl, all I want right now is to sign her. But if it's just signing, Su-won's contract hasn't expired yet. The penalty fee alone will be several million, and you'll also need to set up a company. Xiao, don't worry about the money. Once the company is established, you'll run it that I'll even give you shares. The system will cover the cost, and when Su-won blows up, I'll just sit back and wait for the profits. Seeing she still wanted to refuse, Yu Xiao shook her head. Jiang Chung, that won't do. Even if the company is formed, I'll only handle operations and management that I absolutely can't take shares at AKT most. You can just pay me a high salary. Deep down, she knew Jiang Chung wasn't short of money, but managing his company meant leaping from a department manager straight to the level of an executive. The influence alone was enough to satisfy her that AS for the salary. She trusted he wouldn't shortchange her. Jiang Chung gave her no room to refuse. Don't be so formal with me. We're not outsiders. Yu Xiao was moved to tears. Jiang Chung, before meeting you, my life was meaningless. Every day, I woke up only to face forced marriage. It was you who let me feel the joy of truly liking someone. Only with you do I feel alive. Really, I'm already satisfied. Just as Jiang Chung was about to take things further, his phone suddenly rang. On the other end came Su-won's voice. Mr. Jiang, I'm sorry to disturb you so late, but I wanted to confirm, what time and where are we meeting tomorrow? Hearing that, Jiang Chung grinned. Looked like Big Wan was pretty eager too. The next day, Jiang Chung drove over to pick up Su-won. Together, they arrived at the Baiwa Hotel. As soon as they sat down, Jiang Chung asked, that show you were preparing for, was it a big budget project? Su-won smiled faintly. Mr. Jiang, you're joking that a big budget production wouldn't cast me as the lead, that it's just a small web drama, budgeted at only 5 million. Seeing Jiang Chung looking uninterested, Su-won hurried to explain. Small productions mean lower costs and quick returns that IT won't lose money. The key is the story, and I believe this one has real potential. Boss, would you like to at least take a look at the script? Jiang Chung, watching how hard she was pushing, chuckled. No need that I only invest. Really no need. Noticing her disbelief, Jiang Chung simply pulled out his phone and handed it over. If you're worried, I can transfer the investment funds to you right now. Su-won quickly waved her hands. That's not what I meant. I'm just surprised. After all, this is only our second time meeting. At the same time, she thought to herself, in all my years in this industry, I've never met an investor like this. Not just never met, never even heard of one. But he did have one condition. She had to join his company as an artist. You want to sign me? I'm just a half-forgotten actress, and my contract hasn't even expired. Why, do you realize signing me means paying off my penalty fee? That's not a problem that I know. Jiang Chung spoke casually. With billions at his disposal, paying a few million for Su-won's penalty fee was nothing. Hearing this, Su-won fell silent. She wasn't some naive little girl. She knew there was no such thing as kindness without reason. Yes, Jiang Chung was handsome, and agreeing to him meant not only keeping a pretty boy around, but also getting promoted to stardom. On the surface, it seemed like a win-win. But she quickly shook her head, forcing those unhealthy thoughts away. No, Su-won, You can't throw away your principles. Otherwise, what was the point of holding out all these years? Mr. Jiang, do you even have an entertainment company? Jiang Chung shook his head. Not yet. But if I sign you, there will be one soon. I heard from Xiao Xiao that you're not valued at Tianqing Entertainment, that don't worry, if I sign you, I'll take care of the penalty fee, and for the next few years, the company's focus will be entirely on you. Su Wan listened, hesitated for a moment, then asked, then, Mr. Jiang, if you invest, do you have any special conditions? Her peach blossom eyes locked onto him, her gaze carrying an undeniable allure. Jiang Cheng glanced at the 50 floating above her head. He knew that if he made a kind-of demand, she would never accept. And even if she did, it would only be out of pressure, with no joy in it. Oh, he simply said, don't worry, as long as you're part of my company, I won't ever ask you to do anything shady with others. Of course, he left out the part about the boss being the exception. Seeing his righteous expression, Su Wan felt her heart stir even more in this industry. If there really was a company that asked for nothing shady and was willing to spend big money to push her forward, why would she hesitate? At the same time, her favorability suddenly jumped to 60, officially putting Jiang Chung in the friend category. She smiled and teased, Mr. Jiang, when are you planning to sign me? Should I start calling you Boss Jiang? Boss sounds too distant. Why don't you call me brother instead? Brother, how old do you think I am? 20. 20. Are you kidding? Didn't you say you were just about to start college? That makes you 18, not 20. Oh, so you're talking about age? I thought you meant… What? Boss, you little perv. Once the dishes were served, Suwon picked up some food for him. Boss, this meal is on me. I'm really grateful for everything you've done for me. Jiang Chung waved it off. If you really want to thank me, then focus on acting. If you blow up in popularity, that'll be the best return on my investment. Suwon nodded playfully. Got it, boss, I promise I'll give it my all. Just as she finished speaking, the system chimed. Ding! Congratulations, host. Suwon has agreed to sign. Reward granted. Virtual currency plus 20% equity in Hengqin investment. Note 1. The system has legally secured all procedures. From now on, the host's wealth will flow through Hengqin investment, providing a legitimate and verifiable source of income. Note 2. The host is officially registered as one of Hengqin's founding shareholders. All records are complete and on file, accessible for verification. Special reminder. Visit Hengqin's headquarters for an inspection to unlock a special reward. Jiang Cheng couldn't help but praise the system in his heart. This was truly thoughtful at last. He had a perfect explanation for his sudden fortune, by far. This was the most valuable reward he'd received. With that thought, he decided, better sync all the documents to mom and dad now, so they can digest the fact that their son just got rich overnight. Otherwise, I'll be stuck explaining it for hours when I go home. Sure enough, half an hour later, Jiang Jiaming called. Kid, your investment instincts aren't BAD. In just this short time, Hengqin Investment has grown into a major company. You must be raking it in, huh? His tone carried a hint of pride. Jiang Chung brushed it off casually. I didn't expect it myself. Then he asked, so what's the monthly dividend? About 600,000 for now, he answered conservatively. On the other end, Li Yan's surprised voice burst out. 600,000 a month? That's over 7 million a year. Old Jiang, your son's about to surpass you. Embarrassed, Jiang Jiaming snorted, Humph, just dumb luck. Li Yan shot back immediately. Oh, please, who was bragging to his friends just now that his son had finally made it big? Realizing his little act had been exposed, Jiang Jiaming hurriedly rattled off a few more instructions to Jiang Cheng before quickly hanging up. Jiang Cheng checked the time. Still early. Want to walk around a bit? Of course, Suwon wouldn't refuse. After all, Jiang Cheng was now her golden sponsor. Sure, daddy investor. Where do you want to go? A mall. I didn't bring much with me when I came. No problem, if you're done eating, let's head out. Jiang Cheng replied with a smile. Standing at the entrance of Patek Philippe, Suwon couldn't help but mutter, I thought we were going somewhere with stuff costing tens of thousands, but this place starts at 200 grand. So this is what rich people mean by just a little shopping. As soon as they stepped inside, A sales associate approached. "Good evening, sir. Do you have an appointment?" Jiang Chung nodded. "Yes. Please, this way." The moment they entered, Su Wan spotted someone she knew. "Senior Lin Ru, what a coincidence that I didn't expect to run into you here." Lin Ru responded with a proud nod. "You're here to look at watches too?" "I'm here with the—" Su Wan hesitated. Calling him boss felt a bit premature. She quickly adjusted. "A friend who's here to look at watches." Lin Ru gave Jiang Chung a once-over. Seeing how young he was, she didn't take him seriously. In their circle, handsome faces were nothing special. What really attracted attention was the smell of money. Jiang Chung found her face somewhat familiar, so he pulled up his friendliness scan. Then it clicked. She was a popular actress, but when he saw her privacy rating hit 78, his interest vanished instantly. He muttered inwardly, "Damn, looks like the big guy next to her has 77 comrades in arms." Impressive. Really impressive. The middle-aged man looked at Su Wan with interest and turned to Lin Ru. "Ruer, who's this junior?" Lin Ru replied dismissively. "Brother Wang. She played one of my maids in a costume drama I shot before some Wan something." Lin Ru's tone carried nothing but disdain, her posture dripping with superiority. In her eyes, Su Wan wasn't even in the same league. When she acted, big-shot investors would bring her along to buy watches. But if Su Wan wanted a role, she'd probably have to settle for tagging along. Or worse, rely on sleeping around to get a chance. "Nice to meet you. I'm Wang Hai. I work in film investment. If you ever need funding for a project, feel free to reach out." With that, Wang Hai pulled out a business card and handed it to Su Wan. Seeing Lin Ru's condescending attitude, Su Wan merely gave a faint smile. Years of setbacks had toughened her heart. That's how this circle worked. When you weren't popular, no one even bothered to remember your name. But the moment you became famous, countless so-called friends would crawl out of nowhere. She accepted the card politely and said softly, "Thank you, I won't disturb you any further." After their conversation wrapped up, Xiao Chun quickly stepped forward. "Mr. Jiang, do you have any particular watch in mind today?" Jiang Chung shook his head. "No, nothing that really catches my eye yet. Which models are available right now? Men's or women's, either is fine." Xiao Chun pointed toward the piece Lin Ru was trying on. "The one those two ladies are looking at, the 7122 series. We have in stock at AS for the popular Starry Sky models. Those are sold out and require a long reservation." "What's the price range for the 7122 series?" "The women's model goes for 380,000 yuan, and if you buy now, it could be sold at list price." The moment he heard the number, Jiang Chung lost interest. Shaking his head, he said flatly, "Check if you have anything starting from 500,000. Don't bother bringing out the cheaper ones. I want something nicer for my mom." Hearing him casually set the bar at 500,000, Xiao Chen immediately straightened up. "Of course, Mr. Jiang. Please wait a moment." He bowed respectfully before hurrying out of the VIP area. Meanwhile, Lin Ru's side instantly turned awkward. She had just been thrilled over that 380,000 watch, only to have Jiang Chung dismiss it as too cheap. To land that piece, she had coaxed and wheedled Wang Hai for ages until he finally gave in. And Wang Hai's face darkened as well. Sure, 380,000 might be pocket change to the ultra-rich, but for ordinary people, that was the price of a solid new car. Hearing Jiang Chung toss out 500,000 and up, as if it were nothing, only made the gap feel sharper. Seeing Jiang Chung put Lin Ru in her place, Su Wan couldn't help but smile to herself. Normally, Lin Ru strutted around with her nose in the air, and just moments ago, she'd even thrown shade by calling Su Wan nothing more than a maid. To watch Jiang Chung flip the script on her like that felt deliciously satisfying. Jiang Chung noticed Su Wan staring blankly at a magazine page featuring a simple lady's watch. "You like that one?" he asked suddenly. Su Wan flinched, quickly waving her hand. "No, I was just looking. Not like I could afford it anyway." Ding! The system chimed. "Random mission generated. Buy Su Wan a lady's watch. Reward will be calculated based on the outcome." Jiang Chung blinked in surprise. A random mission like this. Still, he was planning to gift her something to strengthen their bond anyway. With a grin, he said, "If you like it, I'll buy it for you." "No way. When I start making money, I'll buy my own. Su Wan giggled, shaking her head. Lin Ru, overhearing their exchange, rolled her eyes and scoffed. She was convinced they were just putting on a show. After all, plenty of people came to try on watches, but few actually paid for them. That if these two were only bluffing, she'd make sure to show them what real green tea artistry looked like. Soon, Xiao Qin returned carrying a tray of watches and placed it before them. Mr. Jiang, these models are excellent choices. Would you like to try one on? Wow, sir, this one looks amazing on you. Xiao Qin exclaimed as he helped Jiang Cheng fasten the strap. Once it was on, Jiang Cheng turned to Su Wan. What do you think? She studied it carefully, then nodded lightly. Not bad. Jiang Cheng nodded. Yeah, I think this one suits me. Feels a bit loose though, help me tighten it. With that, he casually extended his wrist towards Su Wan. Without thinking much, she leaned in to adjust the strap for him. A little tighter, he added with a straight face. I like it tight. Su Wan froze for a second, glancing up at him suspiciously. That sounded a little suggestive, didn't it? He was only 18. Was she overthinking? But still, in just half a day, this guy had already teased her twice. Strangely, she didn't feel disgusted at all. Maybe this was the deadly combo of looks and money at work. At the same time, her friendliness score ticked up to 70. Jiang Cheng noticed the jump and smirked inwardly. See? Women always say no, but deep down they mean yes. These two watches, he said casually. Wrap them both up for me. Xiao Chun blinked, taken aback. Mr. Jiang, just to confirm, you mean both pieces? The moment those words left his mouth, not only Xiao Chun, but even Lin Ru and the middle-aged man turned sharply toward Jiang Cheng. .2 watches, adding up to a couple million, and he was buying them in one breath? Was this kid really that loaded, or were they putting on a show? Jiang Cheng asked Su Wan to help him pick out a lady's watch for his MOM. Su Wan thought for a moment, then pointed to one. For Auntie, this one elegant and understated. Xiao Chun quickly picked it up and began his pitch. Excellent taste, miss. This piece is set with 450 diamonds, totaling 2.5 carats. The price is 883,000 yuan. And sir, the other one you've looked at fits a younger, fairy-like style, perfect for a modern lady. That one is more affordable, just 850,000. Jiang Cheng turned to Su Wan. Try it on for me, let's see how it looks. Su Wan slipped the watch on her wrist. Jiang Cheng's eyes lit up. Not bad at all. Way better than that 380,000 model. Without hesitation, Jiang Cheng pulled out his bank card. Wrap up all 4 watches. Of course, sir, I'll handle it right away, Xiao Qin said, almost bowing to the floor in excitement. After the staff walked off, Su Wan immediately took the watch off her wrist. But Jiang Cheng pressed her hand gently. No need to take it off. That one's for you. Su Wan froze, then hurriedly shook her head. No way. This is way too expensive. I can't accept it. Jiang Cheng chuckled. It's just a little trinket. Don't overthink it. Besides, the payment's already gone through. Too late to return it now. Absolutely not. If it can't be returned, then give both to your mom instead. She's in her 50s. How could she wear such a girly style without people laughing? That's final. And anyway, I'm about to be working under your company, so consider it my own kind of meeting gift. To secure the system reward, Jiang Cheng pressed gently. What's wrong? Don't want to give me face? Hearing him put it that way, Su Wan felt she'd look rude if she kept refusing. After all, he was about to be her boss. Going against him too much wouldn't do. She finally gave a wry smile. All right then, thank you, my big spender boss. No need to thank me, Jiang Cheng said cheerfully. Right then, the clerk returned. Mr. Jiang, your payment has been processed. The total comes to 4.3885 million yuan. Here's your receipt. Please keep it safe. And thank you for supporting our brand. Sir, here's a special gift set we'd like to present to you. We hope you'll enjoy it. The staff handed it over with both hands, deferential and polite. Watching Patek Philippe shower Jiang Cheng with freebies, Lin Ru's chest burned with envy. What stung even more was seeing Su Wan sporting that 850,000 yuan watch. Suddenly, her own 380,000 piece felt cheap and unimpressive. How was it that, despite her higher status, Su Wan ended up with the better wristwatch? Lin Ru, unwilling to lose face, turned to her own sales rep. If we buy this watch, do we get freebies too? The rep looked awkward. I'm sorry, Miss Lin, there are no gifts with that model. Shut down on the spot. Lin Ru's face darkened even further. The middle-aged man beside her was clearly fed up. He planned to buy her a watch, follow it with a candlelit dinner, then head to a hotel. Now the mood was completely ruined. Scowling, he said flatly, "Forget it, we'll come back another time." With that, he stormed out of the VIP lounge without a second glance. Lin Ru was left sitting there, humiliated. The nervous salesperson asked, "Miss Lin, do you still want this watch?" Watching the man leave with zero grace, Lin Ru's anger boiled over. "Next time," she snapped, yanking the watch off her wrist. Her face flushed red as she let out a cold snort and stormed away. Meanwhile, at Jiangcheng's side, the moment Su Wan accepted the gift, the system chimed, "Mission complete." Since Su Wan's friendliness toward the host has increased significantly, mission rating is high. Congratulations. Host is awarded a random 1x, 3x cashback. Claim now? Jiangcheng's eyes lit up. Just for gifting a watch, even a 1x return means 4 million back, basically a freebie. But if it hits 3x jackpot, claim it now, spin it. Ding! Congratulations, host, that you've drawn 3x cashback. Total rebate, 13.1655 million yuan. Funds have been deposited into your bank account. After subtracting the 4 million he'd just spent, Jiang Cheng was still up nearly 9 million. He smirked to himself. Time to buy Su Wan another little gift. Perfect way to deepen the bond. Next, they moved on to a luxury boutique specializing in handbags. Jiang Cheng picked out several brand new releases for Su Wan. Su Wan's heart was pounding. This boss is way too rich and way too reckless with money. Boss, you bought me watches and now bags. I don't even know what to say anymore. Thank you, Dada. We've been shopping all day. Want to come over for a drink? A drink? As in water? Jiang Cheng teased. Su Wan's eyes sparkled as she added with a sly smile, "Wine works too, it's about dinner time anyway." Jiang Cheng glanced at her friendliness score, still at 75, just barely in the close friend range, nowhere near a crush yet. She was probably just testing the waters. He chuckled. Better not out of guys, gotta stay pure outside. Gotta protect himself. If I get drunk, girls might take advantage of me. Su Wan burst out laughing. You're so full of yourself. Fine. I was only joking. Go get some rest. Thanks again for keeping me company today. Standing there watching him walk away, Su Wan sighed helplessly that he really had no intention of coming upstairs. Not even a hint of it. Guess the boss is actually a good guy. Her friendliness score ticked up to 80. Back in his car, Jiang Cheng noticed the jump to 80 and grinned. That was fast. At 80 points, her friendliness had officially crossed into crush territory. A little more effort, and the fun part isn't too far off. 1-1. You'll be mine sooner or later. Jiang Cheng smirked himself. Half an hour later, welcome home, Mr. Jiang, to Yanjian. Your bath is ready. Would you like to take it now? Not yet, I'll swim a few laps first. Open a bottle of champagne for me. Right away, sir. Butler Wang immediately turned to the wine cabinet and pulled out a bottle of champagne. Though he had worked here for 3 years, the villa suites were so exclusive that only about 20 clients stayed in them each year. And guests like Mr. Jiang, who could book for an entire week straight, were exceedingly rare. A client like this had to be served with absolute perfection. After a few laps in the pool, Jiang Cheng climbed out and asked casually, Manager Wang, do you have any dishes here that are more special and expensive? Of course, Wang replied. Our restaurants serve Chinese, French, Italian, and Japanese cuisines, all of the highest standard. For something truly unique, I'd recommend the Italian restaurant's yellow-lipped fish or our signature Alba white truffle. Jiang Cheng nodded. He'd heard of yellow-lipped fish. Larger ones could cost several million. And the Alba white truffle was even more outrageous, priced by the gram. Several hundred US each. Looked like that gourmet cashback card from the system finally had a place to be used. Manager Wang, can you arrange a massage for me? Certainly, Mr. Jiang. The massage service is provided in your suite. Back in the suite, Butler Wang loosened his cuffs, then brought out a bottle of essential oil. Mr. Jiang, Our spa treatments are one of the hotel's specialties. Please close your eyes and enjoy." As he spoke, he began massaging Jiang Cheng's back, and a wave of relaxation spread through his body. "So, this is part of the service? Or am I just overthinking it?" Jiang Cheng joked inwardly. "Mr. Jiang, the service is complete. That I'll leave you to rest. If you need anything, just call me. Tomorrow I'll personally take you to the auto show." Jiang Cheng gave a satisfied nod. The next day at the auto show, Qin Fun had to cancel last minute, so Jiang Cheng wandered alone. As expected of the Magic City Auto Expo, every world-class car brand was here. The cars looked impressive, but the most expensive was only around 2.2 million yuan, far below his standards. Isn't that Jiang Yun, Suya, Li Sudong, and Cheng Jiping? What are they doing here? The group was clustered around a woman in a tight, black, figure-hugging dress, Zhou Ying. Jiang Cheng hadn't expected that when Zhou Ying said she was working in a Magic City, she actually meant modeling at the car show. As Jiang Cheng approached, he overheard Li Sudong putting on airs. "Zhou Ying, what time do you get off work? I'll come pick you up." Standing beside him, Suya cut in with a sour tone. "Zhou Ying's way too busy. We shouldn't bother her. Remember when we invited her on the graduation trip? She turned us down flat. Miss Golden Girl doesn't even care about us." After Suya's jab, Zhou Ying's expression froze with embarrassment. Jiang Cheng laughed and spoke up. "Well, isn't this a coincidence? Did I walk into Rongqing by mistake? Why are all my high school classmates here?" "Zhou Ying. And you too, old Jiang? Funny, I don't recall hearing you be here." "Wait, what's going on? From the way you're talking, did you guys plan some trip without me?" Li Sudong immediately lowered his head in silence, the air thick with awkwardness. The truth was, they had intentionally left Jiang Cheng out of the graduation trip. Who would have thought they'd run into him here? At that moment, Zhou Jian pointed at Li Sudong and chuckled. "You'll have to ask him about that." Li Sudong's face darkened even further. Suya squinted at Jiang Cheng with curiosity. "Jiang Cheng, it hasn't even been that long. Why do you look even more handsome? Seriously, what's going on with you? Don't tell me you came to the Magic City for plastic surgery?" Jiang Yin leaned in close, studying Jiang Cheng carefully. "Well, I'll be damned. Old Jiang's still not much better looking, but even your voice sounds nicer now. Don't tell me you had your vocal cords tuned up too? Cut the crap. What are you guys even doing here? Buying a car?" Jiang Cheng shot back. Suya quickly waved her hands. "Buy a car? Us? No way do we just happen to run into some old classmates and stop to chat. But you, Jiang Cheng, aren't you here for Zhou the class flower? She's a top car model in Shanghai now. Look at all those guys snapping pictures of her." She pointed at Zhou Ying with a teasing grin. "Suya, what's wrong with being a car model? Zhou Ying already said she's just doing temp work. Don't make it sound so cheap." Li Sudong's eyes glazed over as Zhou Ying's beauty hit him like a truck, and he instantly jumped in to defend his goddess. "Sudong, what did I even say? I know Zhou Ying isn't hurting for money, that I'm just surprised. That's all that I s. This really the same pure, untouchable class belle we remember. Just look at what she's wearing. So damn sexy." Listening to their chatter, Jiang Cheng turned his gaze on Zhou Ying and quietly activated the favorability scan system. To his surprise, Suya's privacy value was 30. Meanwhile, Jiang Yun's was only 3. Yet for some reason, her favorability toward him was ridiculously high. What the hell? He'd barely interacted with her before. Jiang Cheng shook his head with a sigh. Poor old Zhou, falling head over heels for a woman like that. "Old Jiang, what the hell are you doing?" Jiang Cheng just shook his head, speaking lightly. "Nothing, I'm just saying, bro, take care of yourself." Zhou Jian pushed his hand away, baffled. "Did you take the wrong meds or something? You're acting weird." Jiang Cheng brushed it off and turned to greet Zhou Ying. "Zhou Ying, long time no see. You're looking even prettier than before." "Jiang Cheng, you came to the auto show too?" Zhou Ying smiled. "I'm just here to look around." Seeing how friendly she was to Jiang Cheng, Li Sudong's face darkened. "Jiang Cheng, if you don't know, don't talk nonsense. This is the latest Ferrari, the most expensive one here. You think it's some cheap e-scooter you could just buy on a whim?" Jiang Cheng grinned. No wonder you're our class monitor. Didn't know you were such an expert on Ferraris. Surprised that Jiang Chung wasn't biting back for once. Li Sudong puffed up and kept bragging. Of course, this is the first mid-engine, four-wheel drive Ferrari ever made. Packed with future tech. After taxes, it's around 5 to 8 million. An absolute beast of a car. Jiang Chung smirked and teased. You know all the specs by heart, and yet you say you're not here to buy one? Zhou Ying noticed the scene getting rowdy. She glanced toward her supervisor, looking a bit troubled. Sorry, guys, I'm at work. Let's catch up another time, okay? Crowding around like this doesn't look good. Seeing the goddess embarrassed, Li Sudong immediately puffed up. Just like Jiang Chung said, Zhou Ying, I actually came here to look for a car too. I scored 625 on the college entrance exam, so my parents promised me a car as a reward. Why don't you introduce me to one? If it's good, I'll buy it. Zhou Ying gave an awkward smile. I don't really know much about these cars. If you want details, you should ask one of the sales reps over there. Ask them? Why? You're my classmate. I'd rather talk to you. Li Sudong pressed on. Jiang Chung let out a sharp laugh and cut straight through him. Come on, class monitor. She already said she doesn't know that if you really want a car, just buy it. Stop using lame excuses to flirt. It's not the Stone Age anymore. Jiang Chung, I'm talking to Zhou Ying. What's it to you? Buying a car isn't like buying chips at a corner store. Of course, I need to ask questions. If you think it's that easy, then why don't you buy one yourself? Go ahead, impress us. Zhou Ying, do they throw in a car model with the purchase? Zhou Ying couldn't help but laugh at Jiang Cheng's remark. Didn't know you were this funny. Jiang Chung replied with a straight face. I wasn't joking. Seeing Jiang Chung banter with Zhou Ying, Li Sudong's face darkened even more. Jiang Chung, can you stop showing off here? Zhou Ying's at work. Before the words faded, the Ferrari floor manager strode over with a scowl. He had been watching for a while and could tell these kids weren't real customers. Zhou Ying, why are you chatting during work hours? We're paying you $2,000 a day, not for small talk. Zhou Ying quickly bowed her head and apologized. Sorry, sir, I'll pay attention. Jiang Chung seized the chance to push the blame. See, Li Sudong? If you hadn't been pestering her, she wouldn't have gotten scolded. That's on you. Li Sudong blew up on the spot. Jiang Chung, you're picking on me, aren't you? Like you didn't disturb her? You've been hanging around just as long. Why don't you buy a car then? Jiang Chung smirked. Funny you mention it. I was just thinking the same thing. The price is nothing special, but with Zhou Ying standing beside it, the car looks a lot more appealing. A beauty with a supercar. Perfect match. So tell me, does the purchase come with a model included? The floor manager froze for a second at Jiang Cheng's words, then chuckled. Sir, if you really buy this Ferrari SF90, we'll throw in a free car wrap. As he walked closer, he finally noticed the Patek Philippe on Jiang Cheng's wrist. A $1 million+ timepiece that in an instant, Jiang Chung turned into a walking god of wealth in his eyes. His stern face melted into a wide, fawning smile. Jiang Chung, of course, knew the manager meant car wrap, not the car model he'd joked about. Still, he nodded. You said it. Swipe the card. Full payment. Old Jiang, are you serious? Damn. Even the base price of this ride is over 5 million yuan. With the custom options you picked, it's hitting over 8 million. The crowd gasped in shock, but Li Sudong sneered. Jiang Chung, quit pretending. Zhou Ying's just working here. Don't drag her into this, you'll get her fired. Jiang Chung shot back without hesitation. Are you stupid? How does me buying a car get her fired? I'm buying it because of her. Manager, am I right? The floor manager instantly caught on, respectfully taking Jiang Cheng's card. Of course, sir, if you buy this car, I'll make sure the commission goes straight to Zhou Ying. The moment he finished, Zhou Ying's favorability shot up to 80. Jiang Chung smirked. Manager, don't forget what you promised. Buying the car comes with a car model. Let's just do full payment. Keep it simple. By the way, is this one in stock? Can I drive it off today? It is in stock, sir. You can take it right away. Please head to the VIP lounge to finalize the paperwork. The floor manager, thrilled, hurried to swipe the card. The POS machine spat out a long receipt almost instantly. Transaction approved. The whole scene went silent. Holy shit. Jiang Chung actually dropped 8 million on a car. People who mocked him earlier suddenly wished they could disappear. That display of wealth stunned all his classmates. Even the green tea girl who had looked down on him suddenly changed her tune, tossing him a smile. Jiang Chung, I've never even ridden in a Ferrari. How about giving me a spin later? I'll treat you to abalone tonight. Jiang Yun, sharp as ever, cut in. Suya, are you blind? Jiang Chung bought this car for Zhou, and this Ferrari only has 2 seats. Where exactly do you think you're sitting? Why can't I sit? The passenger seat's free, isn't it? Zhou still has work, and as a car model, I bet plenty of guys already get to sit with her every day. Suya sneered, throwing shade at Zhou. Jiang Chung glanced at her, the system flashing that her favorability had shot up to 95, enough to make his skin crawl. Ignoring Suya, he tilted his chin toward Zhou and said coolly, Jiang Yun's right. This car only looks good with Zhou in it. Suya hadn't expected Jiang Chung to be so blunt. She let out a cold snort, shooting Zhou a jealous glare. By the way, Jiang Chung, I heard you broke up with Zhao Jia. Don't tell me it's because you've got feelings for Zhou. Zhou Ying's eyes widened at the question. She didn't believe for a second that Jiang Chung would break up because of her. She was just shocked. After all, she'd seen how gentle he had always been with Zhao Jia. Jiang Chung replied openly, my breakup with Zhao Jia had nothing to do with anyone else, Zhou Ying included. But honestly, Zhou Ying is so beautiful, any man would like her. Hearing that, Zhou Ying blushed, turning her head away. In a soft voice, she murmured, thank you, Jiang Chung. At that moment, Zhou Zhiyun's eyes lit up as he noticed the watch on Jiang Cheng's wrist. He rushed over. Holy crap. Jiang Chung, that watch has to be over $1 million, right? Insane. You show up to buy a car, wear a whole apartment on your wrist. Back in school, you always cried poor when we asked you to treat us. So you were just pretending all along. Jiang Chung gave a casual smile and threw Li Sudong's earlier bragging right back at him. Well, I just graduated, scored decent on the college entrance exam, and my family decided to reward me. What could I do? I couldn't exactly refuse. Li Sudong's face darkened, but he didn't dare challenge Jiang Chung head-on anymore. He only muttered with a cold snort. It's getting late. We'd better head out for dinner before traffic gets bad. Suya immediately jumped in with a sweet smile. Jiang Chung, why don't you come with us for dinner? After that we can go shopping together. What do you say? Jiang Chung shook his head without hesitation. No, I've got plans tonight. Let's catch up some other time. It's settled. Then we'll catch up when we're back in Rongqing. After parting ways, Jiang Chung didn't linger around Zhou Ying. His attention was caught by a Lamborghini Aventador draped in a pink wrap at the booth next door. The moment he saw it, only one person came to mind. Yu Xiao. This car was perfect for her. A sales manager immediately stepped forward, eager to pitch. Sir, this pink edition was custom-made for our female clients. It comes with advanced features like emergency braking, night vision, lane assist. Jiang Chung raised his hand, cutting him off. Enough. How much is it? The manager froze for a second, then stammered excitedly. Sir, with all the premium options, the total is 9.5 million that if you purchase today, will include 3 years of free maintenance. Fine, run the card. Jiang Cheng's casual reply nearly made the manager grin ear to ear. Less than 5 minutes later, the payment went through. Jiang Chung added calmly, by the way, I want a proper delivery ceremony. Can you arrange that? The manager thumped his chest in assurance. Absolutely. I'll make sure it's full of ceremony and class. Jiang Chung waved him off. No need. I'll look around on my own. Just finish the paperwork and send the car to the place I tell you later. Of course, sir. The manager nodded eagerly, plastering on his best smile. Just then, a sultry-looking live streamer walked up to the pink Lumbo, phone in hand. Guys, check out this ride. A pink Aventador, rare color, full-on girly vibe. In no way any girl could resist it. Wonder how the AC feels inside. Rank 1 gifter, you tempted? What? You think pink doesn't look good? Who said Lumbos have to be yellow or red? Trust me, if you gift this to a girl, you'll lock and love the same day. Don't believe me? Look for yourselves. There's already a guy here checking it out. He even sat inside just now. Come on, fam. Smash that like button up to 3,000 and I'll do a live interview. Let's have this little brother tell us how it feels. But before she could get close, a Lamborghini rep stopped her. "Excuse me, miss. Are you here to place an order? Or just browsing?" "I just want to take a look at that car," she replied with a flirty smile, camera still rolling. The rep smiled politely. "In that case, may I see your proof of funds, please?" "Proof of funds? Just a look? Are you serious? I literally just saw that guy walk in without anything," the streamer protested. She knew some luxury cars required verification, but this was a car show. Who expects to flash bank statements just to peek inside? The rep, still professional, replied, "Sorry, ma'am, that's our policy." The sultry streamer looked utterly embarrassed, while her live stream chat exploded with comments. "LOL. Poor girl. Lumbo's proof of funds is at least 7 figures." Another day, another streamer bullied by luxury stores. "Forget it. Just go interview that rich guy instead." Meanwhile, ever-dedicated Zhou Ying couldn't hide her shock as Jiang Cheng swiped his card again. A Lamborghini Aventador started at $500,000, and with the custom package, it was pushing nearly $1 million in less than 30 minutes. He had already dropped 20 million RMB. Even back when her own family was at its peak, Zhou Ying had plenty of luxury cars, but she had never seen anyone spend so recklessly. And now that her family was bankrupt, living so freely was a luxury she couldn't even imagine anymore. 2 hours later, Jiang Cheng stretched lazily. Everything was finalized, and the pink Lambo was already on its way to Xiao. He turned to the staff. "All right, let's head over to Ferrari and pick up the keys." "Here are your keys, Mr. Jiang." The manager handed them over respectfully, adding, "About the license plate. Since you're not a Shanghai resident, you can't get a local plate directly. But with the right connections, a special plate could be arranged." Jiang Cheng nodded. "All right, I'll think about it." Just then, the system chimed. "Random reward. License plate issued. Shanghai AJC 111 plate successfully drawn at the DMV. Personnel are en route to assist with on-site registration." Jiang Cheng blinked, then smirked. This system was ridiculously considerate. "Mr. Jiang, your plate is ready. Please allow us to help with the registration." Several staff members hurried over, bowing with respect. The manager froze. Shanghai a plate? Delivered directly on the spot? Even crazier, the letters JC matched perfectly with Jiang Cheng's initials. He had never seen anything this outrageous in his entire career. Jiang Cheng noticed his stunned expression, chuckled, and patted him on the shoulder. "Don't overthink it. I just reserved the number in advance, that's all." Reserved in advance. The manager nearly rolled his eyes. What kind of reservation spits out a Shanghai A plate, personalized initials, and hand delivery to the venue? Absolutely insane. But no matter how much he wanted to curse, his face stayed plastered with a respectful smile. Yes, Mr. Jiang. Incredible luck, truly admirable." In less than 10 minutes, the plate was mounted and all the paperwork neatly wrapped up. The onlookers were stunned. This level of treatment. Either this guy's the grandson of some billionaire tycoon or a high-ranking official's nephew, and an average person pulls this off. Seeing Jiang Cheng was almost done, Zhou Ying walked over to his side. "Jiang Cheng, thank you so much for today. How about I buy you dinner?" she asked softly. Just as Jiang Cheng was about to nod, his phone buzzed. It was Zhou Zhiyun. "Jiang Cheng, I just got dumped. Get over here. I need you to drink with me. Otherwise, I swear I'm jumping straight into the Huangpu River." Jiang Cheng froze, speechless. Seriously? This guy could win an Olympic gold medal in being dramatic.